Hello everyone, I hope everyone is doing well, and if you're tuning in after watching this last video, thanks a lot. I really appreciate everyone's support and I'm happy to see you back on this channel. It means that you are enjoying it and I really appreciate it. So let's jump into the Q&A. This is part 2 and I hope you enjoyed part 1. So first question is, are you an FTMO funded trader? Yes, I currently am an FTMO funded trader, but I haven't shared it. I have shared it publicly on this channel, but I've never digged in deeper into my accounts and overall because I am still working on it. I'm still building my buffer. I'm still going through some challenges, and then I want to share my experience with FTMO. So yes, the quick answer is yes, I am an FTMO funded trader, but I still haven't gone deeper into my journey with FTMO. How can I pass the FTMO challenge being a swing trader? And this is a great question because often people want to take the FTMO but don't think that they are able to because of their trading style. What I would say is that the most important thing when it comes to beginning the FTMO is understanding, does your strategy give you the results needed to pass the FTMO challenge? So if you are a swing trader and in 30 days you can't have a 10% month, then just don't go for the FTMO. The goal of FTMO is you being a consistently profitable trader with your trading plan and then getting the funding. Now, if you are deviating from your plan in order just to get a funded account, then I would say you are focusing on the wrong aspects of trading. You are focusing more on the money rather than the actual trading, because you have your proven trading style, you have your proven results. So your goal as a trader is to follow your trading plan. If your trading plan doesn't fit FTMO's criteria, then just don't take the FTMO. Take maybe some other prop firm if you're looking for capital, or just build your own capital, build consistency, and then look for private investors. That is what I would say regarding FTMO and other strategies. Did you ever plateau, and if so, how did you overcome it? This is a great question. I was thinking about this question quite a bit, and I would say that the most that I've plateaued was more emotionally, because it has been a real emotional roller coaster for myself sometimes. So it was mostly around limiting beliefs and people I hanged around with, and all these things. So when it comes to plateauing, what I would tell you is understand, okay, why is it that I'm plateauing? What is holding me back? For example, you said in the question that you are stuck in backtesting EJ. So there would be two things that I would advise you. One, move on to another pair and then come back to EJ with more experience, and then you can maybe overcome those obstacles. Or two, why are you plateauing in EJ? Maybe you need to do some more backtesting. Maybe you need to review your data a little bit more. And what do you consider plateauing is? Would you say that always having only 40% per year is plateauing? Understand what do you mean by plateauing? If you want to send me a DM, I would be happy to discuss it with you. But yeah, personally, what I've experienced with plateauing has mostly been around emotions, where I'm maybe overrun by them, and what I have to do is understand where they are coming from and then solving that problem. How to use forecasting in the Forex market. So I have a video on forecasting. I'm going to link it up in the top right corner. But what I basically do, I forecast in the morning, I forecast at midday, and I forecast at night. And basically how I do my forecasting is I know my trading plan, and then after looking at the price action that a pair is showing me, and then I forecast the possible scenarios that are within my plan on each pair. And if anything happens during the day, I am prepared to take those trades. and so I do take them. And yeah, that's how I do my forecasting. But if you want to go a little bit more in detail, I have also this video on how to become a successful trader, which goes around the habits of a successful trader. 5 mistakes you made before getting consistent results. So if you've seen my previous video, I wouldn't consider myself consistent in results, but I would consider myself a consistent trader around habits. 5 mistakes. One of them would certainly be not forecasting. That was a big mistake that I did early on in my journey, and when I started forecasting, my results improved. Another mistake would be not digging deep into each pair. I would trade a lot of pairs and not specialize myself in any of them. And so I just got overrun. It was too much information. And when I started reducing the pairs in my list, I started understanding price action on each pair individually, and that boosted my results too. Another thing would be focusing too much on the money and just wanting to make it quickly. This just has negative effects, because if you are focusing on the money, you are not focusing on the process. And you'll see that when you are a successful trader, it's not about how much money you have, it's about the person that you become. So that is the most important thing for me when it comes to trading, is the person that I'm becoming. Another mistake would certainly be getting too focused on one strategy. I just had a tunnel vision around one strategy, and because of that, other opportunities passed me by. And so certainly one of the mistakes that I did was getting too deep into one strategy, too tangled with one strategy. But again, if you want further detail on that mistake, I have a video on how to become an independent trader, and I would really advise you looking into that video, because I go a little bit deeper into this entanglement and how I overcome it. And the fifth would probably be being too emotional, and it's still something that I go through to this day. It's something that I'm still working on, and it's such an important part of trading. As I've said, is about the person you become, and the technicals might be there, but if you are too much of an emotional trader, you are not going to be a successful trader. So you need to work on yourself too, and that's what I'm doing. So it's sometimes a mistake that I make, and it's something that I'm still working on. So thank you for the good question. How long does it take to become a full-time trader? Again, don't focus on becoming a full-time trader. Focus on becoming a person that can become a full-time trader. So focus on the process. Focus on having consistent results, and then only focus on becoming a full-time trader. For example, I focused on the process, and while doing that, I had that goal in mind, and I started saving up. And now I'm a full-time trader, but I'm not living from my trading results. I'm just living from my cash buffer. So that is something that is really important. Don't focus on becoming a full-time trader if you don't have the results yet. Focus on the process. Focus on becoming a person that deserves going full-time, and you'll see that your results will improve a lot. Like, being a full-time trader is really glamorous, but it has many negative details in it. Like, my day doesn't revolve only around trading. It's a bunch of different things, and sometimes if you just focus on trading, it can get very overwhelming. And I might do a video on the negatives of being a full-time trader, and the positives, of course. It has been really good, but I would say do not focus too much on becoming a full-time trader. But how long does it take? It depends on the individual. How much are you working to become a full-time trader? Do you have the money to become a full-time trader? Do you have the results? What type of person are you? Do you want to become a full-time trader? All these things go into that. Like, there are people that never become full-time because they love their jobs, and there are people that in 1 year they can go full-time. because they have the results. And there are people that can always be full-time because they just have the cash buffer for it. So it depends on the individual. I cannot give you a linear answer, but I hope this helped in any way, shape, or form. These were the questions. I hope you enjoyed part 2. And yeah, make sure that if you have any other questions you want me to answer, you can leave them down in the comments below. You can let me know also what has been your biggest struggle while you were trading. You can also always send me a DM on Instagram. I respond to everyone. So subscribe and leave a like. I'm posting 2 times a week, once every Saturday at 3 p.m. UK time and once every Wednesday at 4 p.m. So I hope you are enjoying these videos. I hope you are taking value from them, and I will see you in the next week. Bye, boos.